DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, it is Sunday afternoon, and what time is it approximately? It's 10 to 4 in the afternoon. And it's rather cold actually. It's this morning it was something like 5 Celsius. That's, not much over freezing. And now it's probably around 10, something like that. But there's a bit of wind, so it makes it kind of cold. Yeah, so how was your week? Hope it was well. Mine was rather agitated. Yeah. Around Sunday evening, we went Sunday in the day last week. Sunday last week for a walk with second son of DC and his partner, and we had a long walk, and the weather was really good. But I had started. Let me see. I'm just placing this so that he's having a bit of a problem here. It's my whirlwind. Okay, let's see if that holds. There you are. Yeah, he's going to be in a better mood. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. 5 o'clock is coming up. Oh, well, I'll move him later on. You see, he's caught in the flowers now. Okay, I'll get him in a better position later on. Yeah, so we came back, and one of the grandkids had got a cold or something, and I caught it from him. His mom caught it, but I caught it actually worse. I was coughing, hacking away. And in this period of the time of the world, people don't want to have people having coughs. I mean, I know myself, I knew how it was. I knew it was going to take about a week. I'm definitely a lot better now, but I knew that I would be coughing probably for 2 days. Wouldn't be feeling really bad, but not, great sleep, because you can't, have to sleep kind of sitting up or whatever. But since I'm responsible for a large part of the security over at work, people were always asking me, did you get tested? Did you get tested? Did you get tested? Did you get tested? And I thought, well, I'm probably going to have to, because I'm supposed to be the example for over there. So I went, filled out what you call the Corona check form, and lo and behold, if you'd been coughing for 2 days, there was something like that. He said, yeah, you should probably get checked, and so on. So I filled it out. That was at 6:15 in the morning, and I went for the test. I went to work early because the way it is as soon as you get tested, you have to stay at home until you get your result. So I quickly went to work, and I transferred up my mail so that they would go on my home account, because I didn't have anything. That'd be another story, but I don't have actually access on my home computer. So I've got to work around. And so I did that, and then I went at 8:30. The tests were starting at 9. I was third in line and got tested. The little swab in your nose. Well, sorry, I digress. Nuts from the nut tree. There, all right. Come on, where is it? There it is. Yeah. And so I digress. So I got myself tested. I was third in line. The little swab, and it kind of tickled. I was, actually I was a bit scared. Scared. I didn't know. I heard so many contradictory stories on that thing. That some people said it hurt. Some people said it made you gag. Some people said it made you cry, and so on. So I was saying, okay, it seems like there's just as many variants as there are people. Well, I blew my nose just before, and the man asked me, he says, do you have a preference in your nostril? And I said, duh. And he just looked at me, laughed, and he says, well, if one is blocked, he says, I'll take the other one. And I said, no, actually go for it. I think he took the left one. So, you stick your head back and open your mouth and breathe from your mouth, and he takes a certain amount of seconds, But it went really well. It did, actually. It was even ticklish. He said, "You want me to do it over?" I said, "Not really, but I can't say that it was unpleasant. I mean, it's nothing that you want to have done, but it didn't hurt." So then the idea is that you had to go home and wait until they contacted you. And they contacted me just before 5 p.m. the next day. So I was at home, so working from home basically that was the Wednesday and the Thursday. Then they contacted me, and I did get a little bit worried because normally if it's negative, they'd say they would just send you a mail. If it was positive, they'd call you and tell you what to do. But I don't know if they had a problem with their mail system or what, but they called. So when they called, it was like, oh, what the? But no, they told me it was negative. I said, "Please repeat." And they said, "It's negative." And I said, "Well, you said that you'd actually send mails if it was negative. Sorry, that you'd call if it was negative." They said, "Yes, we know that, but we're calling because we're just too many people needed to be contacted and so on, and whatever." So they mailed. That's okay. They contacted me. That was okay. So yeah. But everybody was kind of happy. Of course, I can get that. It means it's nobody, especially Mrs. DC, because that meant that officially should have had to be quarantined. Oh, what a pain in the butt. Yeah. Oh, just since we're walking around, here Mrs. DC got some flowers or plants that she'll be putting, or I don't know exactly where she'll put them, in the garden somewhere. And yeah, like I say, it's changed. Last week was still summer weather. Now we're in the autumn, and it's really changed. So I don't know how long we're going to leave those guys there, but have to move them. So leeks, they're not particularly big. I've got leeks here. And she's cleaned up. She started to put like some autumn flowers here instead of the vegetables. A few zucchinis left, but excuse me, with the weather that changed really drastically, I don't know if there's going to be much possibility for them to grow still. And in the nut tree, which is going to have to be trimmed, I'm going to have some gardeners do that because you got to go really up high. And let's see, can we see any nuts somewhere? I saw one on the ground, which I showed you earlier, but the birds come and get them. Don't really see any, do you? Neither do I. So Mrs. DC picked all the fruits over there, the pear tree. There's no pears on it because she's already picked them, and the same with the quince over there. So you can see all our junk under there. Yeah. So things are getting ready for winter. Yeah, winter's coming along. Okay, I've been chatting along long enough for not much really. But yeah, so I'm happy. That test was negative, so I don't have, or at least didn't yet have, the coronavirus. I was almost, nobody really wants it to be positive, but since I wasn't particularly sick, I was thinking like, oh, maybe that would be nice. It'd be like done and over with. And I haven't suffered too much. But anyway, oh, my little cow over there is on its side. The wind, they're not liking the wind, these things today, are they? No, he fell right over. There we are. I mean, a cow with wings. Everybody wants one of those. Okay, really, I must go. I've been wasting your time now for close to 10 minutes. So I'll be DC signing off. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Well, stop it. It's not stopping.